So, it's 4:20. I guess that's what I always say. But I just wanted to explain about my earlier post of this book. Um, and it was the last one that I had. Well, I read the whole thing, but to you guys this morning, I read uh, To You from God. Um, anyways, what it goes on to say is to go over um, that chapter that I read every night before you go to sleep. It says to do that for 100 days and then to follow, those 4 rules for the next 100 days. And it also says to read that, but I haven't been reading that every night, and that's why I recorded it, so that none of us have to read it, but we could just listen to it every night. And the idea behind it is that you get it in your brain so good that it's like driving a car, and then all of a sudden you're just living like that without having to be consistent and force yourself to do these things of count your blessings, proclaim your rarity, go the extra mile, be careful with your choices, and do all these things with love. Um, and then the few that I added. So we're supposed to do that for the next 100 days consistently, and listen to that. That way you don't have to read it. You could just, if you want, or I'm gonna listen to myself, the recording that I did earlier. That way I don't have to read it, and it could get in my brain better. And yeah, so I marked it on the calendar. 100 days will be, let's see, will be July 13th. Will be 100 days, and then yeah, you're supposed to have a whole new life by then and be happy and blah blah blah. So I just wanted to share what I'm doing with you guys, and that's why I do that every morning, is so that you know to spread happiness. And in the future, if I get a lot of people who watch, like there's no telling what we could do, because science has proved that prayer is a fact. And if you guys haven't heard about Dr. Emoto, check out Dr. Emoto. He was a water scientist, and he did all kinds of science projects with water droplets and freezing them and doing different sounds, prayers, all different sorts of experiments. And it actually changed each water droplet. The look of it changed by the vibration of words. And so it's like, wow, it was, if you think about it, that's very, very powerful and very magical when we're, 75 or more % water. So if we could do that to a little droplet of water with our words, it was showing like a water droplet that had a different music, and the formations were beautiful or terrible if it was really hateful music. It was more or less like kind of the rice in the jar, where they show, nothing but bad feelings towards one and nothing but good feelings towards one, and one started rotting before the other. I haven't actually tried it myself, but it was more along the lines of that, this Dr. Emoto. So look him up. It's quite interesting. And it's past 4:20, but I have one more thing I wanted to share with everybody. There's this Dr. Gerson. He's not alive anymore, but he actually has the cure to, as far as I could see, almost every ailment and he had the cure for it since way back when, like Hitler days, and society just hides it because they make too much money off cancer and medicine and all of that crap. And unfortunately, what powers be don't allow for somebody like his practice, because he didn't use meds, to practice here in America, because the powers that be, it's all about money and industry, not about the individual or the care of a human being at all, unfortunately. Soon as we learn how to find a way to not let industry and the powers that be rule anymore, maybe we'll figure out how to take care of each other better, health-wise and stuff. But anyways, Dr. Gerson, you could look it up. It's called The Beautiful Truth. It's kind of hard to find, but it looks like a green apple on the front of, when you do find it, when you're searching for it. And I think it's a big green apple. And I think if you know how to look on my thing, my son sent it to me. I don't know how to transfer stuff like that I have to post. I only know how to do a recording like this and then post it. So anyways, it's called The Beautiful Truth. It's a little slow, but it has so much information. It just talks about all kinds of stuff that we're not aware of, or maybe you are aware of, but it also talks about Dr. Gerson and how you can cure any ailment, including cancer, just by what you put in your body. And it's a juicing therapy, and it's just 5 carrots and 1 apple 13 times a day, and no processed food, because cancer likes to grow on the food that we feed our human beings these days. They actually, they say, like out here in the woods, you'll see signs that say not to feed like the deer or the wildlife, and it's because it actually harms them. Yeah, it's okay for us human beings to be eating it. Makes you think, how much we don't care about our human life anymore. It's really sad that we care more about making money and industry and stuff. And it's like, okay, now we got it, and we got all this money, and we got all these industries. Well, why not use it so that the whole world is comfortable, not the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. I thought that becoming big badass industries was so that all will have and none will go without. Yet it's not like that. It's disturbingly not like that. And when we do have plenty to give the whole earth, there should be no homeless or hungry people on the whole planet. We have that much. We waste that much. We need to figure it out quickly, and I think that will be through having more care and concern, and about real qualities of life and what makes us happy, and literally, and not just momentarily, or because we all need taken care of, and there should be no one out there that doesn't have a roof over their head or food in their belly, with how rich and big we've grown, and we need to just be, I think, get on a wavelength of understanding, and realize that we've just wrecked and raced so far to get so far that we've done a lot of damage on the way, not meaning to, But now that we know, and we're all growing so much more in our minds about our health and our minds and about how shit works, we need to start really not just knowing that, but living that, and living in the now, right now. And even though, a lot of us live in the future, or a lot of us live in the past, and that's how we cope with living in the now, by doing those two things. It's not really healthy, and all we have is now, really. And I just want all of us to want to be in the now, and it's cool to be in the now. And if we all learn how to concentrate on all the good things that we have, I think we'll all be okay, and we'll have more understanding for each other if we're look at things from all directions, like I say all the time. Yeah, I've gone way past my 4 minutes and 20 seconds, but that's okay. I'm not doing anything, and you can always just go, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this, if you don't want to hear it, right? Right. So, you all have a good day, and yeah. Love y'all, and let's all give. It makes you feel good to give and help somebody. Try it out. Bye-bye.